Hello and welcome back to the channel. I've managed to find a couple of days, bit of a weather window in amongst all this rain and wind and storms that we've been having that's characterised this past autumn. And I'm heading north towards Torridon, one of my favourite places in Scotland. At the moment the weather looks spectacular. It looks really nice. It's quite golden this morning, so fingers crossed it continues, because I'm hoping to enjoy what I've always considered to be a rather special walk in some special woods high above the wonderful Loch Marie. So why not come along and join me?
The Beinn mountain trail is about 4 miles long and climbs steeply up through the Coilen a Glash Leitier, the wood of the Grey Slope on Loch Marie side.
Remember what I said about the weather? Well, you saw it on the way up here. It was beautiful. The forecast was good. And I just got out the vehicle here in Torridon, walked about 100 metres, and the rain came on. Typical Scotland. This whole area is a National Nature Reserve. In fact, it was the very first National Nature Reserve in the UK. And a great friend of mine, a man that I knew for years and he inspired me greatly, in fact lived just around the corner from me, Dick Balconies, was the very first warden of the very first National Nature Reserve. And Dick was a great character. And I remember he told me when he went for the interview for the job, it was administered, the new National Nature Reserve was administered by the Nature Conservancy Council in those days. So he'd go to London for the interview and he got the train from Inverness, the night sleeper, and there he was, resplendent in his tweed knickerbockers and tweed jacket, his red beard and flaming red hair flowing as he stomped down Tottenham Court Road down towards the Nature Conservancy Council for this interview. Goodness knows what they thought of him. But they obviously thought highly of him because they gave him the job and he was here for years and did a fantastic job in helping preserve some of these wonderful pine woods here in Torridon.
climb up through the woods of pine and birch, and soon the views begin to open up across the waters of Loch Marie towards Benvunig and mighty Slioch. After a steep and pretty relentless climb through the woods, you break clear into a most wonderful mountain landscape, bare and rocky, wind-blown and glacier-scoured. And if the mountain gods decide to bless you, as they did me, you might spot this wonderful bird soaring the thermals, a golden eagle, king of the mountains. This is the conservation cairn and the high point of the mountain trail. Now you can enjoy the mountain views of Melagivas, Ruastagbeck and Beinn itself.
Well, that was a much tougher walk than I remember it. I must be getting old, I think. But it's a fantastic walk. And that's me almost back down to the car park now. So time to put on a brew, something to eat. Pretty hungry. But first of all, I've got to charge up some of these camera batteries. My main cameras, the battery's just about out. So if I'm going to do any filming tomorrow, I better get the batteries charged. as I've already mentioned, first thing I have to do is charge up my camera batteries. And to do that, I'm going to use this AllPowers R600 power bank. Now, as the name suggests, it's a 600 watt portable power station with 299 watt hour capacity. And in terms of power output, this is just a wee bit less than the 700 watts I get from my Bluetti EB55. But like the Bluetti, it'll charge my camera batteries, my phone, my laptop, my iPad, or other portable units like my Bose speaker or maybe even a coffee machine. It'll also charge my e-bike battery, but just the once. It's a compact unit, almost exactly the same size as my Bluetti, and it weighs the same, just under 13 pounds. Now, where this one scores against the Bluetti is in charging time. Now, this baby will charge from 0 to 100% in an hour, largely thanks to the lithium iron phosphate battery. There's a great selection of ports on the R600. There are 2 AC outlets with rubberised protective covers. Two DC ports and a 12-volt cigarette lighter port. We have 2 18-watt USB-A ports and 2 100-watt USB-C ports that'll charge portable devices very quickly. And there's a small on-off button, a wee power button, and a built-in LED light for emergency use, but I'm not too sure how useful that is, to be honest. Finally, the top of the unit has a built-in wireless charger. Just place your phone in position and voila, it charges up. There's a fold-out carrying handle, and I think this is the main reason I like this power station. I can slip it easily into the wee space behind the driver's seat, the same little space that takes my Bluetti. One side of the R600 sports the AC recharging port. There's no power brick, you'll be delighted to know. A solar panel port and an overload button that'll reset the unit should it become necessary. The R600, like most power banks, can be charged 3 different ways: by plugging it into a wall outlet, connecting it to the 12-volt cigarette lighter port in the vehicle, although the R600 doesn't come with a cigarette lighter cable, strangely enough, and solar. AllPowers also sent me a 140-watt solar panel, and if you live somewhere with plenty of sunshine, I'm sure that would be a great option. However, here in the north of Scotland, where the sun never shines, direct and constant sunshine is as rare as hen's teeth, so I'm not really sure how useful it'll be. I've tried it out on a rare sunny day and it was pulling 60, 100 watts, but when the sun vanishes, even just for a short time behind a cloud or something, the power input drops dramatically. On the other hand, on hookup in a campsite, well, it'll charge the battery up pretty quickly, and at home using a wall socket, it'll charge up completely within an hour, and that's fast. I'll maybe just keep the solar panel for trips abroad now and then. Finally, there's an AllPowers app that connects via Bluetooth and allows you to control the basic functions of the R600. You can turn ports on and off, invoke an eco mode, and operate a timer. However, the range isn't great. It's about 10 or 15 metres or so, maybe 20 metres. But I guess it saves you getting out of your camping chair to adjust, whatever. So what do I like about this AllPowers R600? Well, I have 5 main likes. 1, it charges fast via a wall outlet. 2, it charges devices very quickly. 3, it has 10 useful ports. 4, solar charging is available. And 5, it's very competitively priced, less than 350 quid for the main unit and less than £500 for the R600 and the 140 watt solar panels. And that's not bad in the great scheme of things. And what are the cons? Well, the flashlight isn't as good as the one on my Bluetti, and the Bluetooth range of the app isn't great. But other than that, I think this AllPowers R600 combined with the 140 watt solar panel fits into that sweet spot of price versus power versus function. And there's a lot to like about this power combination, and at a very reasonable price too. I'll put all the details and specifications down below. Well, that's about it for this video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And please click on the notification bell so we can let you know when a new video becomes available. And the odd like would be great as well. And that would be really helpful. It's all really helpful. And this is just to finish, just in case you're wondering what I was going to be doing all evening here in the camper van now that the long nights have set in for another winter. Well, I cooked myself a Mexican chili with rice, tortillas, grilled cheese, and a couple of dollops of sour cream, all washed down with a 0 alcohol Guinness. I know how to spoil myself. So I'll see you next time, okay? Enjoy your camper van, enjoy your walks. Bye for now.